Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood.
Те же давление, Марти. Так, продолжаем играть в копов. Мы приехали куда? В бордель? Да? Вроде как. Все.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Фу, справились.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime. These brides are elegant. Just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails? Furry ears? A raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please, shut up, Marty.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected, if you want to know.
Старость она такая.
Old fart.
Да. Леди Лемур. Блин, какой брутальный перец.
I think she must be the receptionist.
Bravo, Mr. Detective.
Why'd you have to be like that all the time?
Well, sometimes I seriously can't decide if you've become totally stupid over the years, or it just entertains you to act that way.
Well, you know,
That's exactly what I mean.
Об этом он и говорит.
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
if I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Мне кажется, это псевдоним.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be.
Ой-ой-ой-ой. Так нельзя, так нельзя.
No, excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
I wouldn't want to offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're...
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't, but, you know.
Right. I understand, man. Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Льюис?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
Зачем я это спросил? Мне же это не важно.
House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh, thank you. Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will...
Походу, я зря это
Thank
сделал.
you. Much obliged.
Походу, я это сделал зря. Фотографии девиц. На них мы смотреть особо не будем.
That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
Потому что гордая птица.
Birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing.
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with...
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zav...
You mean that, Madame Seva?
As far as I know, there's only one of hers.
Please, miss, take it.
With pleasure.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother.
Что мы тут имеем? Часы, фотография. А, это типа она. А что-то тогда такая большая тут нет. Ой, тут много разных книг. Да-да-да. Да-да-да. Понятно. Так, что мы еще видим? Часы. Они не ходят. Время прошло.
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
There's something weird about that clock.
Да, что-то странное есть в этих часах.
Interesting piece.
Do you think so?
Crocodile.
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors... Thank you.
Thank you. Так, получается, все, погнали к ней. Бля, извините. Ну да, получается так.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the chicken police is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information.
Well, you know, in our line of work...
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now...
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer.
В мутной воде так оно и есть.
Very well for a chicken.
I swim well too.
По вам видно. Так, устроена карточка, странная карточка.
Only our most valuable guests have.
The employees too. Good to know. Can you tell me?
No.
I thought so. Yes.
Да.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele.
No doubt. Lewis...
Not...
Thank you for the...
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely. This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad.
Наташка.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered.
Thank you. Very useful.
Так, мы можем провести допрос, но перед этим отправимся к нашим подсказкам и посмотрим. Данным местом руководит легендарная шпионка и куртизанка мадам Зайвас. Нужно быть начеку, а ее репутация известна во всей дикой природе. Что касается людей, Даймонд. Зебра прекрасная, невозмутимая и настоящий профессионал. И наверняка куртизанка. Милая секретарь, зебра за стойкой в Ниле. Мадам Зайвас. Ее улыбка фальшивка. Ее биография фальшивка. Но опасна по-настоящему. Мадам Зайвас шпион и куртизанка, которая уже стала легендой, когда я был еще цыпленком. Люди рассказывали о ее красоте и смертельном холоде. Время ее тоже не пощадило, но она также опасна, как гласят легенды. Теперь она владеет элитным борделем под названием Знойный Нил. По поводу кодекса. Нильцы. Древняя мертвая культура. Раньше это была огромная могущественная империя в юго-западной тропической области дикой природы. Один знаменитый и ныне здравствующий представитель этой культуры мадам Зайвас, легендарная шпионка и куртизанка. Погнали.
Deceit is everything to Zayvas. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt. Who's behind the legend, Miss Zayvas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was
Куртизанкой.
to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer.
Получается
You're
так.
too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to...
I'm trying to maintain appearance.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous.
Опасно ли в наши дни быть роялистом? Причем тут Рой? Скажите, вы правда шпионили на корону?
Really the king's spy?
If that's such an open secret, then I haven't been doing my job very well, isn't that right? Yes, I was a spy. But that's such a blunt way of putting it. I always say I used to undertake confidential, generally political assignments of a delicate nature for the king that were in the interests of national security.
Put that way, it sounds rather romantic.
Don't believe the cheap fiction, Mr. Featherland. Espionage is anything but romantic.
I believe you, madam.
If you must know, I only did it because I believed I could protect those that I serve. Weapons have only one use in this world: to keep the peace. Yes, I always thought about myself and my craft that way.
Thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Почему вы решили открыть бордель?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the great avian plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I want...
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst.
Ну так обычно и проститутки говорят об этом.
Cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the...
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be...
Так, если я угадаю владельца карты, вы мне скажете.
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then I will tell you you were right. Yes.
И что, мы будем в угадалайку играть?
The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right.
Ого, ну это Наташка.
What gave it away?
То есть она все-таки подрабатывала в борделе. Я говорил же про это, что это какой-нибудь чувак, который ее... Ладно.
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest...
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also...
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Я же говорю, что это был какой-нибудь чувак, который приходил в бордель к ней, в нее влюбился и хотел добиться ее, но Уэйс, типа, ее отобрал, именно поэтому он начинает ей мстить, то, что у нее там, типа, все есть, а у него нет, и он начинает, типа, шлюха писать везде и ее там гнобить. Так, вы пытались на ее своем... Вы пытались защитить ее, почему вы ее приняли? Все считают вас опасной. Пытались повлиять на ее по-своему. Почему вы ее приняли? Она же это типа выживание, мастер.
Why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha.
She was only 17 when she knocked on the rear entrance of the brothel on an unusually cold, rainy night. I opened the door myself.
Was Natasha alone?
Yes, completely alone. Her left arm was slashed with an ugly wound, and she was frozen to the bone, barefoot, only a thin nightgown on her.
Did she tell you what happened to her?
After I brought her into the house, warmed her up, and changed her into new clothes, that was the first thing I asked. But no, she didn't tell me. We became very good friends, but I still don't know what happened to her and where she came from, or how she knew about this place and the rear entrance.
And you weren't bothered by all those secrets?
That would have been very hypocritical of me, don't you think? No, it didn't bother me. I make a living out of secrets, Mr. Featherland.
I see.
Так, а вы знаете, откуда прибыла Наташа, где она была?
Natasha came from before Clawville.
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that...
Так, ну тогда вы поддерживаете связь с ней? Вам не приходило в голову, что вы можете использовать отношения даже на своих целях? Почему? Вот. Да.
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yeah.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating about.
I see. How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do, because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо. Я живая легенда. Это получается, я понял, как нужно решать эти гребаные загадки. Я теперь стал детективом. Если я следующее сделаю так же, то это вообще будет великолепно.
Gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Да, но перед этим, что у нас в подсказках? Наташа работала в борделе до того, как Ибанойс нашел ее Так, тут тоже, да, типа то, что она работала в борделе. Она родилась в Северном царстве, откуда ее семья пришлось бежать. Когда Наташа добралась до Ковила, она уже была сиротой. То есть ее родители умерли в пути. Даже Зевс не смогла узнать все тайны прошлого Наташи, хотя и пустила в ход ее свои связи и влияние. Зевс и Наташа были не просто знакомы, у них были серьезные близкие отношения. Ее глубоко ранило то, что Наташа, которую она считала почти дочерью, покинула Нил из-за Уэльса. Большой птичий гриб был причиной эпидемии, которая распространялся на весь континент Альтеру и убил почти 40% мирового птичьего населения. В Гловеле эта свирепая болезнь выкосила почти 50% птичьего населения. Наконец, птичий грипп удалось остановить с помощью вакцины, которую разработала в аварии, и создания нескольких инкубационных домов. Но от этого удара население не оправилось и по сей день. После большого птичьего гриппа в Кловеле был создан несколько инкубационных домов. В этих местах создавались родильные отделения, детские дома, больницы и дома для молодых матерей. Но главной их задачей и наиболее важной функцией было восстановление птичьей популяции города. Дело шло медленно, но верно, и сегодня почти треть населения Кловеля представляет различными видами птиц. Так, что мы имеем? Это ничего. Картина. Подвигать ее можно? Понял. Ничего. Часы. Что тут? Ага. Угу. Подожди. А где время взять? Тут нет. Здесь ничего.
These books are here for a reason. These books are here for a reason.
7 частей рассудка. Омерзение и наказание. Совы не моргают. Единая смерть, 49 лет рептилию. Ключ к... Ага. Ну, получается... 49? 7. Сколько там? 35. Правильно, нет? Нет, неправильно? 7. 50, 49. Нет? Сорок 49. Или я не на 49 поставил? Ёптить твою мать. Во, что-то заработало. Скрытая дверь. Ой. Ну, я так никогда не понимал, почему...
Why isn't a key good enough?
I don't think many animals get to be in this room, Marty.
Maybe she wanted us to...
Exactly what I'm thinking. Who knows?
Может быть.
This room is not like her at all.
The other must have been for show. Marty, this is the reality. We're talking about a professional spy.
A former spy.
Still, if anyone knows how to mask her real face, it's her.
But you think this is who she really is? Cold, dark, and tiny.
And full of secrets.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps.
Me too. We better get out of here before... Names, numbers...
Do you think they all belong to the brothel?
Hell no. Half of it is a matter of
What did we step into?
You know what? I don't care, Marty. I'm too old for conspiracies. The only thing that matters to me...
And what it has to do with...
Sure.
So the rumors are true. Makes...
Well, based on what she told us, she's a committed royalist.
Hector the Third.
I feel sorry for the poor.
I don't.
Would you?
Even if he is just a puppet.
Понятно. Мне интересно. Ну, может быть, цифра 872. Мне кое-что письмо. Наверное, потому что мы пришли.
Number 2947222. Report about separatist group movements.
Damn it. Don't even read that.
What? Why not?
I don't know about you, but I don't want to get caught up in the royalist-separatist conflict. What you don't know can't hurt you, right?
I can't even recognize you, boss. Where did you put your sense of adventure?
My sense.
Обрывок.
This has got to be it, Marty.
Oh, gods.
Yeah, the ladies.
Damn.
What this means, Marty, is that the most influential people in the city had been Natasha's.
This book could destabilize Clawville.
At least the Clawville we currently know.
You think this is behind everything? Somebody...
That could easily be the case. But something still doesn't fit.
Sonny?
If there's even a small chance of...
Sonny.
What?
There's another familiar name here.
What are you talking about?
Clucking hell, Sonny. Molly?
She was working here too.
It's probably someone else with the same name.
So that's why Natasha told me they'd known each other for a long time.
Look, boss.
I can't believe it. All those stories about her past.
Listen, Boss Bird. Molly loved you, right? Isn't that what matters?
Marty, please shut your fucking beak right now or I'll shut it for you.
Okay, boss. I'm sorry. But...
Just shut the cluck up.
We've caught them sneaking around, Miss Diamond, you see?
I see, madam.
No, back off, ladies.
There's no need for this. We don't want trouble.
No, maybe you don't. Unfortunately, trouble has found you, gentlemen.
Madam Zavas, we needed to know the connection. What this place has to do with Natasha. And my wife.
Filthy cops? He's talking gibberish. May I shoot him?
No, not yet, Miss Diamond.
I'd be very sorry to put holes in your lovely striped skin, but believe me, baby, I will. I've always wanted to know if diamonds are bulletproof.
Please, madam. It'll all be over in a second.
No. We have received different orders, Miss Diamond. Stand down.
Oh, I see. The pony does tricks on command. Well, I'm not surprised.
That's enough, Marty. You knew who she was, didn't you? What she meant to me.
Well, well, Mr. Featherland. Aren't you interested in your case anymore? No? All it took was a name from your past, and your professionalism drowned in the mud.
Stop playing games with me, Zavas. What does all this have to do with Molly?
Nothing at all. No, she was just a little bird among the many who sought refuge here.
You forced her into this.
You'd love to hear that, but until she met you, she was one of us. Just another...
You clucking...
Sonny, no!
Вход же один.
I think I was dreaming. But it wasn't the kind of dream you'd want to remember. Dark and painful. Then the suffocating smoke woke me. It wasn't fried eggs, that's for sure. Where was I? What happened? That treacherous crocodile. Then I saw Marty. Always wanted a romantic sea voyage.
gods damn it. I knew I shouldn't have gone along with this.
Marty, I told you you could get out any time.
And you knew damn well that I wouldn't. That I would never leave you in deep shit once I've joined you. You knew it, and you still asked me to do it.
Marty, listen.
You're a selfish bastard, Sonny, and you drag everyone around you down with you. How long was it till retirement? 120 days?
121.
But you just couldn't sit still on your ass, could you? Well, take a good look around, boss bird. This is you. And this is what follows you. Just this clucking misery. And dead bodies. Do you understand? You have nothing else to offer but suffering.
Marty.
And feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, you're great at that. I can't believe this shit. We're gonna die here on a goddamn blazing ship like roast chicken. Well, it's dramatic at least, just like you like it.
Marty.
What?
I've almost managed to untie the knot, but if you keep thrashing around like that, we're really gonna die here.
Ah, for cluck's sake. Fine. Work your magic. Until then, I'm gonna say all the prayers I know.
You better.
А, мы связаны. Веревка. Бля. Да ёп. Вот здесь она куда идет? Какой крутой узел, а? Посмотрите на них. Так тут же проход был, нет? Ё-моё. Походу сейчас кто-то умрет. Да, это из-за того, что я остановился. Все, я понял. Я запутался, я запутался. Я развязался.
So what now?
Господи.
Now we run and swim.
I can't swim.
Well, you better learn fast or you'll die. I'm not gonna drag your fat ass to the shore if that's what you're hoping.
I shouldn't have brought this many guns with me.
Throw them away then.
Never.
Then they'll drag you down into the deep. Ah, I don't care. I always thought
Cluck you, Sonny.
we have to survive this first.
Well, after you, boss bird.